Hey, good evening, guys. It's Evan here. Just had a solid day, and I thought I would get to you guys and finally do my book review of Mode 1 by Allen Roger Currie. Great book, you guys. I listened to it twice, I read it twice, and it's got a lot of good pointers for those of you that would like to do some self-reflection and kind of determine where you are as far as mode 1, which would be being completely and 100% honest with your intentions and desires from women. Mode 2, whether you are a more of a slow person, slow guy to kind of like let your desires and intentions be known to the woman, and instead try to come off as a really nice guy in hopes that she's going to jump in the sack with you. A mode 3 guy, which is more along the lines of didn't have a lot of success with the women early on in life, but now you have some success and money and status, and so now you use that money and status to kind of like shock and awe the women into bed. Or if you're a mode 4, which is very ineffective, and it's kind of what I got out of the book, it's kind of a result of frustration from mode 2 and 3 kind of leads guys to mode 4, whereas they're just like brutally honest with the women, but coming from a very aggressive and kind of a frustrated, pissed off way, telling them off kind of a thing. Not very effective in getting what you want from women, but it is what it is. So this book I would highly recommend. It was written a while ago, and like any other book that we read as a reference, it takes some fortitude and balls to go ahead and make some changes. So we can read all the books we want to read, but unless there's some concrete action that's taken outside of that, not much is going to change, guys. So I've been making an effort, solid effort, to be much more upfront and honest about my intentions and desires with women, and even just the way I approach and carry myself and speak and project. And I tell you, it is helping. I can tell that the response is positive. And I've got a ways to go, but that being said, I wanted to go over the chapters with you guys. So chapter 1 in this book is breaking through the small talk barrier, why we approach and interact with women in the first place. So all that small talk bullshit that a lot of guys do can be eliminated, and a lot of the chit chat stuff. Yeah, why do we talk like that? To try to be nice, to try to be liked, to try to establish some kind of common ground, instead of just being honest about what we want and being more direct with it. So this would be like a direct approach. Mode 1 is very a direct approach to getting women. Okay, and not just women, but I think women. If you do sales, a direct approach, I think is no beating around the bush bullshit. Like if you're calling somebody in hopes that they're gonna buy your product or service, just come out and tell them what you're calling for instead of jerking them off and wasting their time. It's kind of the same. There's a lot of similarities I find between dating, sales, and sales. Okay, chapter 2 was manipulative game playing, why men frequently feel angry, frustrated, and bitter towards women. Okay, again, getting into like mode 2, why do guys feel frustrated and angry? Mode 3, why do guys get frustrated and angry? And mode 4 is the frustrated and angry guy. Okay? Chapter 3, the men who exhibit mode 2 behavior, the pleasant postponers. Again, guys, it's those guys that are very pleasant. Girls, the ladies would say like, wow, he's a really nice guy. What did you guys go out and date? No, he just wasn't, he's more like a friend. Friend zone, baby. Okay, so mode 2 behavior, the pleasant postponers. All right, mode 4, the men who exhibit mode 3 behaviors, the phony pretenders. So the guys that want to show their status and their high society lifestyle and what they drive and the flash and cash and all that. But there's no real backbone to these guys. Okay, the phony pretenders. So they use these things. It's very short-lived because women see through this shit. They don't see these guys as being fully authentic, solid guys. They're just they got money and status, and now they, you know, and I'm sure they can get women. Anyway, so you got to read the book, you guys. Okay, chapter 6. Oh, chapter 5. Men who exhibit mode 4 behavior, the misogynistic revenge seekers. Those guys are pissed off, man. And he goes on in here and he says that if you're doing anything outside of mode 1, in other words, you're not being completely honest. And one of the biggest things I got from this book is I am 100% honest with women now. Why? Because I expect 100% honesty in return. And so a lot of the mode 2, they're not completely honest with they're kind of delaying it. Mode 3 guys, they're going, I'm not honest, all right? So what happens is mode 4 guys are pissed off because they feel like they've wasted so much time, energy, resources, money, and then they don't get laid or they don't get what they want, and so they get pissed off. Mode 4, and that can, you know, he mentions guys like Ted Bundy and like serial killer guys like that. So it's pretty heavy duty, man. This book is really good, you guys. Chapter 6, casual sex versus relationships. Wholesome pretenders, erotic hypocrites. So he starts talking a little bit about women and the wholesome pretender. Wholesome pretender. In other words, she's not the wholesome person that she's saying. She's kind of got this dichotomy going on. Okay, and then the erotic hypocrites. Okay, so go take that one and think about it. Erotic hypocrites, all right? Chapter 7, the other fear, the alpha male syndrome and the fear of being player hated. So guys be hating on guys because they're getting all the chicks, or they have this or that, or the money and the chicks or whatever, right? It just comes easy for them. They've done the work, so now guys are like, fuck, kind of pissed off. What that is and how to not have that. All right, so check that one out. Chapter 8, the men who exhibit mode 1 behavior, the self-assured straight shooters. I can tell you one thing. I am definitely more confident now that I've read this book several times, listened to it, like I said too, and I would highly recommend it, guys. Highly recommend it. Allen, I think we're about the same age, but I should probably call you Mr. Currie. Appreciate your work. I will get a couple of more of your books, and I will do a breakdown of them too. But for all you guys who subscribe, thank you so much for your support. I've gotten some new subscribers. Channel is very small still, but I really appreciate you guys. Like, comment, love the comments, man. Some of them are pretty funny, and I really appreciate you. So talk about my channel if you can, and I'd love to grow, man. I'd love to grow with you guys, all right? Talk to you soon. Aloha.